How are you holding up back there, Wii?
Oh, it's okay. But it seems quiet without Bridget.
Hey, what are you saying? I'm still on the radio, remember?
Ah, yes, much better.
What do you think of all this drama? I bet none of the Flumalim ever have any crazy schemes.
Yes, it's very curious. It makes sense that if Slippy loves snow sports, he would want to create a snow world. But it doesn't seem like he checked with everyone if they also loved snow sports first.
That's a very balanced way of looking at it.
But I wonder, why didn't he tell anyone? Or why didn't anyone realize he was so sad before all this happened?
Good question. Humans can get very wrapped up in their own stuff, you know? And sometimes people hide their sadness because they don't know what else to do with it.
Are you sad, Howell?
Oh, thanks for asking. No, I'm not. Maybe I used to be.
I'll be sad if we can't stop Slippy. I think all the Flumilim would be sad. I'm going to do my best with the grabby arm, though.
It's going to be fine. We'll figure something out now that everyone is working together.
That's the spirit, you two. Hey, even Raffi is helping.
I am still listening, you know.
Well, good.
But once this is all over, you all definitely owe me some peace and quiet.
It's a deal, Raf. Okay, looks like we're approaching the tube exterior. Bridget, we'll check out what's wrong first.
Great. Keep me posted.
Okay, Bridget, you reading us?
Loud and clear. What's the situation?
We've arrived outside the Agora arcades. It looks like the actual transportation tube is disconnected. Maybe the ice broke it somehow.
Drat! I guess the sudden change in pressure from the ice must have displaced or warped some of the connections. How bad is it?
Well, the good news is the tube itself is in one piece. So, if we can get a good grip with the grabber, we should be able to reattach the main tube and lock it back in place.
And the bad news?
Oh, well, there isn't any extra bad news.
Oh, good. Well, get going, but be careful, Whew. If the tube cracks, the whole thing will be unusable.
I'll take super care of it.
Okay, let's do this. I'll get us into position now. I wonder how Team Moreau is doing.
Well, from what I can see, they're starting to get into the tube, one by one. Chris is doing push-ups while he waits for his turn.
Where are they going?
Well, now they're telling me that the direct connection isn't working for some reason.
Oh, no. What do you think is wrong?
I'm not sure. Could be a few things. Plus, there's the potential side effects of all the ice to consider. Seems like it was only the direct path to the energy district that was down. Maybe a malfunction in the tube's control panel?
Oh, so what now?
They're en route to the central station now. They'll try again from there.
Okay. Keep us posted, Bridget. Whew, that was really impressive grabby arm work, by the way.
Oh, thanks. I just thought about holding on to a slippery fish.
Oh, it seems like the route via central station is working out for them. They're on their way now.
All this makes you realize how reliant we are on those tubes to get around now, huh?
What did you do before then?
Well, we didn't move around as often, and I suppose we only went to places we really needed to.
So you built tubes to move more often to places you didn't really need to go to?
Yes.
It is fun zipping through them, though. The whoosh sound, it takes no effort.
Yes. I think I'm glad to have them even with the fines and all the delays.
Good timing, you two. Team Moreau has arrived now.
So, what was the problem with the tube?
Maybe it was just the electronics being affected by the ice? Whatever it was, it doesn't seem to be affecting the whole system, which is a relief.
door to the energy harvest is locked too!
Seems like Slippy has barricaded himself using the lockdown routine.
Yes, and the door can't be controlled over the computer system due to the all-water emergency protocols we baked in.
So it can only be opened from the inside? If he's in there doing something slippery, we've got to stop it. What are we gonna do?
Could we ask him?
Even if we wanted to, the emergency protocols block out the security cams and tannoy. To protect potentially sensitive all-water corporation activity, he totally isolated himself. Huh. Must be nice. No interruptions.
Wait a sec. Bridget, didn't you tell me the agricultural district and the energy harvests were connected?
Ooh, good thinking. Yep, by the retractable conveyors. If memory serves, the one that connects energy to agricultural is near the back of the core.
Rafi, what do we do next?
You'll need to lower them first from their rooftop storage, then power them up.
How do you know all this stuff, Rafi?
I did have a life before the arcade, you know. Anyway, ask me about that later. You're going to need to align the belts in a continuous path so you can reach the opening that leads to the harvest.
Okay, doesn't sound too hard. Let's go, Wii-U.
Such teamwork. I'm like a proud mother hen. Okay, you two, it's time you got going to the energy harvest.
You going to be okay here?
Yep, I'll stay here to monitor the security cameras and oversee the situation.
I hope it's better to watch than those videos Howell showed me. Everyone shouting and then kissing straight after.
Leo.
Just stay on your guard. And when you see Slippy, tell him I always knew he'd slip up.
Okay. Will do.
Wee. Ooh.
Shh, Wii-U. We don't know what we're gonna find at the end of this. What are we gonna do at the end of this?
You're going to get Slippy.
That's one way of putting it. Well, I'll think of something. It's always me who has to get his hands dirty. Slippy, we're here. It's...
Slipmeyer! I can't even count how many regulations you've breached. Halibut?
the door.
Harold! Whew! Everyone!
Look, let's not be hasty. If I could just show you my plans, I was only trying to...
I'll show you a plan!
Eesh.
Oh, shit! My hand!
Well, that settles it, I suppose.
Thanks, Chris.
Is he okay? Gosh, I was overcome with emotion thinking of the children. I hope I didn't overdo it. Please no one tell them about this.
Chris, relax. It's over. And so is our chance at launching after wasting all this time. Oh well, may as well spice things up a bit in the meantime.
Relaunch chance over? Whatever do you mean, Professor?
I mean that the solar winds are due to begin again, and soon. Too soon. After these shenanigans, we simply won't have the requisite preparation complete in order to meet the safe launch window.
To say nothing of repairing the damage, Slippy's icy debacle probably caused our sensitive instruments.
Well, can't we risk it? What's the worst that would happen?
Well, if we launch late, we run the risk of the solar flares crippling the ship, like last time, and tumbling back into the ocean. And there's no telling if our next landing will be so lucky.
And if we launch on time?
My calculations are nearly complete, but if we time it just a second wrong, we might sink deeper or use up our main fuel just to move a few miles away.
And even if your calculations were already done, What with the all-water time theft, it'd probably be late by now anyway.
Time theft? Speak sense, Harold.
I tried to tell you that day in your lab, but we got distracted with the probe. Me and the Lightkeepers, I was gonna tell you I joined them. They're a bunch of teenagers who found proof that Allwater were shaving a bit off every hour to help with the energy crisis. So we had even less time than we thought all along.
What are you talking about? How and why do you shave an hour?
So we have to do less work, and to save energy. And, well, actually not every hour, only the ones in daytime. By now, apparently, it adds up to 2 full hours each day.
How? But we would have noticed.
But we didn't because of the introduction of all-water digital time, and they controlled the time in tiny little bits so it would always feel normal.
So, all water fooled us more than Slippy, and we must have... Wait. Saving on daytime? Ah! Harold, you wonderful, beautiful schmuck! If what you say is true, and these days the truth is stranger than one of your little head stories, then it's exactly the opposite of what you think. We have more time than ever.
We do? How does that work?
Think, Harold. If what we perceived as a day of 24 hours was actually only 22, that means that we haven't actually reached today's date yet. Now, let's see. All-water digital time was introduced 8 years ago. Cyrus, check my math.
Well, even if they were shaved up to 1, then 2 hours after a few years, we should have more than 4 months left until the launch window ends.
Ha! Much as I love it when you're wrong, that means...
My calculations were correct, but time was wrong.
And it explains why we thought the space bacteria would degenerate faster than modeled. Oh, if we had just done the experiment at nighttime.
Oh, wait. Then... And that means... And I was so blind. Time. All along.
It's about time, right, bros?
It's true. This is a matter of urgency. Time is of the essence. We know we were onto something when we noticed Yava's watch didn't match up with the official time.
And what time do you call this?
Party time.
The time is...
I know what the time is.
Time is of the essence.
First time's the hardest.
At the same time,
A stitch in time saves 9.
4 at the same time is quite a feat.
and time is running out.
In the meantime,
We don't have time to put you on a proper routine.
But maybe this whole time...
All water is trying to steal time.
Just what do you suppose I'm doing with the stolen time?
Maybe taking the time for yourself?
now,
If and when the time is right.
We might even have some time for ice skating. Why not give them...
All the time.
Your first time at Quick Soup Colorfish?
this will be the last time I explain it to you, so for once, pay attention.
There's no
Time.
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 All that time.
We're going to need a few words with the Madam CEO if we're to get the exact numbers of when and how much time they've stolen. Speaking of which, has anyone seen her?
We didn't see her on any of the cameras. Nor Zoya. Do you think they escaped being trapped?
Unlikely. They were probably incapacitated by Slippy as part of his plan.
They could be anywhere. We'd better split up and find them. Maybe we should start in the Allwater district.
Why don't we just ask him?
I don't think he's in a talkative mood.
Look, I'm sorry, okay? I was just so overwhelmed. How was I supposed to know he'd take it so badly?
It's okay, Chris. At least he didn't get away. Cyrus, let's go with Harold and Wiyu to the All-Water District. Major, I imagine you'll want to stay with Slippy. Everyone keep in touch via PDA, and don't leave any stone unturned.
Let's go.
Oh, and Bridget, can you tell the others over the Tannoy system to search whichever area they're in?
It's them. They look fine, and not at all hungry.
Do I look fine?
Well, I mean, it could have been worse. Those snacks are tasty.
Yes. I could have been tied up with you. Can someone please tell me what is going on?
Slippy engineered this whole hoax. He was never really working on a relaunch procedure. His plan was to freeze the planet into a giant ski resort.
How absurd! Professor, I expected better from you.
So there's no relaunch plan after all? I can't believe it. I'll never fly this thing.
Madam CEO, I could say the same about you. We know all about the time hoax, but it's still imperative you clear up a few things.
What good will it do? Still, I suppose it can't hurt at this point. And you did untie me. Fire away.
Firstly, when did you start the time-skimming process?
About 8 years ago. For the good of the ship, of course.
And how much did you shorten the days?
Well, we started with 30 minutes, just letting the clocks run a tiny bit faster during the daytime. Every 2 years since then, we made gradual transition to another half an hour shorter.
And I thought it was my fault those plants were growing slowly.
Cyrus, stop blathering about plants and run the math for me, please.
Okay, so that means 365 hours in the first 2 years, 730 to 2 years after that, then 1,095 hours, and then 1,460 hours, which adds up to 3,650 hours. So we have 152 days left. Or what we think of as today is in fact 152 days away.
Whoa, that's a lot of time. But how come none of us noticed?
Aha. This is the clever part. We tacked the shifts to the summer-winter time changes. People's circadian rhythms always go a bit haywire around then anyway. Subtle, no?
So we have time, but no procedure after all. I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Yes, we kind of worked on a thing.
A thing? Kinda.
A secret backup relaunch procedure. We were never taken in by Slippy's showmanship, and sorry to say, Madam CEO, your blind trust in him.
So it took me a while, but I got a little something theoretically up and running. But I was stymied by the time theft messing with my calculations of velocity. That's why my simulation failed that day, you know.
We even double-checked, triple even, and everything.
Well, I won't forget your flagrant distrust in me anytime soon. But I suppose your rebellious streak has borne some interesting fruits. You must explain this procedure to me so we can work on the press release.
So we really might still launch after all?
Yes. Funnily enough, there'll be plenty of time for all that. But now, I need tea and a nap.
Yeah, it's been a crazy day. Tea nap sounds good to me.
Spicy tea.
Spicy tea?
Come on, you two. Let's leave Zoya and the CEO to get some rest. I'm sure it was exhausting eating all those snacks. We can all meet in the morning to go over next steps.
Okay, I suppose we can postpone the agenda until then. I imagine there will be much that needs doing, including some serious PR damage control.
Ah, hello, my boy.
Hey, Professor. How are you holding up?
Just fine, just fine. Preparations for the relaunch have gone swimmingly.
Ah, great. So they're nearly done?
Yes, we're really just putting the finishing touches on now.
Wow. Can you believe we're about to try and take off after everything?
I knew we'd figure out a procedure. But I would never have guessed at what it took to get there.
Are you excited to see space again?
Yes. But that's not to say I won't miss this place. It had a certain watery charm and plenty of scientific curiosity. But you know, I'm getting old. My real wish is to step foot on real ground.
Yeah. It was nice to be outside of the fedora in the cave, but I suppose that's not what you're thinking of.
Indeed. I'd like to see the sky. But enough about me. How are you feeling about leaving Wiu and the Flimmerlim? I know you grew close to it all.
Yeah. I'm gonna miss Wiu. I'll miss it all. But this is our path, right?
I think so, my boy. You'll always cherish the time you had with them. But don't you want to continue the mission? Get back to finding a real home?
Yeah, it makes sense, I suppose. Do you think we will?
I'm not sure. But what do we stand to lose?
True. True.
Have you said goodbye to Wiu and the Flimmerlim yet?
Not really, no.
Well, no point putting it off. Saying goodbye only gets harder the longer you leave it. And so send them all my regards.
Yeah, I know. I know.
And Harold?
Yeah?
You'll miss Wiu, but over time, it does get easier. You'll be busy once we're back on course. It'll feel like a whole different life.
I know. I know.
Location nominated. Journey commencing. All water thanking you. Thank you for traveling with all water. All water. Moving people every day. We know you enjoyed traveling with all water. You're welcome.
Hey there.
Hello, Harold. Enjoying the atmosphere?
Sure. Very normal and nice. What are you up to?
Just on my way to water some moss. You want to join?
Oh, thank you. But I can't. I'm leaving, actually.
That's okay. Have a nice time.
Tito chick.
Hi, I'm just going to the Maagaraha.
Oh, lovely. Is it good right now?
I will know when I get there.
I'm gonna miss it.
It's okay. I think it will still be there for a while.
No, I mean, when I leave.
Huh? Yes, silly. You can't be in two places at once. See you there soon, maybe.
Yeah. Enjoy it. See ya. Hi.
Hey there. How's Caragal?
I'm getting the hang of it. How's yours?
Good. It's jelly time.
Oh, cool. Any new ones recently?
I'm working on one, actually.
Okay, so how are they actually made?
Come on, I'll show you.
Yeah, I'd love to see. But I'm pretty much about to leave.
Oh, anywhere nice?
Maybe. Good luck with your jelly.
Oh, thanks. Have fun with your next place.
Wiyu.
Hey, Howell. How's Fedora doing?
Yeah, nearly there.
Are you excited?
I mean, it is exciting, but it's gonna be so hard leaving you behind. And this place, just... Yeah, maybe we'll find a new home out there, but also, maybe not. At least not in my lifetime. You know?
I don't know. You will or you won't, but at least you will have the chance. And of course, I will miss you. We have true Simbo. We all will. But we're just happy we could help with the energy and everything.
Yes, we couldn't have done it without you all. And I couldn't have done it without you, Wiyu.
And I would probably be a cold non-Wiyu if you hadn't helped me get better. Everything has changed since knowing you. It will be hard to remember Tidamo now. Maybe I'll go exploring a new part of the ocean.
Can you believe how lucky we were to even meet?
I always thought this luck you all have is a very strange thing. You do a thing, or you don't.
But what if a thing happens to you that has nothing to do with your own actions?
I don't understand. Life is like a tide, you know? It's not always obvious where a tide comes from, or is going, or how it connects to other tides. But if you are you go with the tide, or you go against it. Sometimes it doesn't matter if you try not to go with it. Sometimes it does.
Wiyu, the Fedora is nearly ready to launch. This is going to be the last time we see each other.
I know, Howell.
I don't know what to say.
It's okay. Remember, Simbo. We'll always have it.
Thanks, Wiyu. We will.
Hope you have good tides.
And you, Wiyu. And you.
I found you at the window again, looking out, watching the leaves falling in. Then you were something like a dream. Oh, so perfect, couldn't talk to me. The time moves slow when you're all alone. When you're out on your own, and the time moves slow. When you're missing a friend, and the time moves slow. When you get to the end, running away is easy. It's the leaving that's hard. Running away is easy. Running away is easy. It's the living that's hard. And loving you was easy. It was you leaving that scarred. But what was I to do? help myself falling in love with you. What could I say? Oh, if I had another chance to make you stay. 'Cause when you ran away, I knew just what you were thinking that day. You just didn't love me like I do, like I love you. The sad thing is we're better off this way. Time moves slow, you can't hear a thing. Time moves slow when you're lost in the dream. And the time moves slow when you wait by the phone. And the time moves slow when you're all alone. To run away is easy. It's the leaving that's hard. Running away is easy. Running away is easy. It's the leaving that's hard. And loving you was easy. It was you leaving
Powell, shouldn't you be back on the ship? You don't want to miss it taking off.
Yes, I do.
Oh, you mean...
I want to stay. I know it sounds crazy, and I'll be the only human here, but...
No, it's not crazy. It's just you. I would love it. But are you really sure? Won't you miss everyone else more than you want to stay here?
I'm sure. I've always gone with the tide, but now I want to break out of it. Choose a tide for myself. And not the one that leads up into cold, empty space. It's the first time I've ever really been sure of anything.
I believe you. You found your Blugalugalugu.
Yeah. Lugaluga Simbo.
Blugalugalugu Simbo.
Hey, Professor, there's something I need.
Ah, Harold, how did it go?
Well, fine, but...
Great. We don't have much time. I could do with some help sorting the final preparations.
Jeanne, I'm not coming.
Okay. It's only natural you're emotional. I suppose I can finish things up by myself.
No. Professor, I mean, I'm staying with Wiyu.
Oh.
I'm sorry. Can you understand?
Harold, I've grown terribly fond of you. But if I've learned anything about you, it's that you always defy expectations one way or another.
So, you're not angry?
Angry? Dear boy, I'm delighted. I will miss you like I miss my left hand. But if you finally found something you feel strongly enough to shout Jeanne at me, then I'm happy for you.
Thank you. I'm gonna miss you too, Moreau. You've always been there for me. I wouldn't be making this decision if it wasn't for you. In a nice way, I mean.
I know what you mean. Have you thought it all through? Do you need any help with the, practicalities?
Not really, but what is there? I'll just take a few of my things. The Fluilim have all the materials I'll need there. I'll get settled in no time, I'm sure.
Well, I guess this is goodbye.
Yeah. Guess it is.
Be safe, Harold. Wish us luck.
I'll do one better. I'll wish you good tides.
Very funny.
Ich bin ein großer, alter Stein, ausgespült von den Gezeiten, löse mich langsam in einzelne Teile, zerstreue mich in tiefen Weiten. Ich liege stumpf am Boden, möchte leicht sein, aber bin so schwer. Möchte trockener Staub sein, hochgehoben, vom Wind getragen übers Meer. Möchte landen auf fruchtbarem Boden und tanzend in der warmen Sonne. Möchte ich ein grüner Strauch sein, erhoben, meine Früchte tragen mit lieblicher Wonne. Doch weit über mir zerschellen die Wellen, der dumpfe Donner erstickt mein Ruf nach der wohltuenden Kraft des Hellen, das uns einst alle schuf. Leicht sein.